This course deals with assessment for learning. Bill Cope and I will be talking about the issues related to classrooms, to teaching and learning. Luc Paquette is going to talk about assessment and the potential of big data. And Jennifer Green will be discussing issues relating to educational evaluation.
So just to give a little bit more detail about what's in this course, in the first part of the course, Mary and I talk about some basic concepts of assessment. So the idea is that we're trying to introduce you to some of the key terminology in the realm of assessment. But also we want to go on and we want to talk about new and evolving models of assessment, which might be different from the traditional ones we've had in the past. So we talk about the distinction between assessment, evaluation and research. We talk about the distinction between select and supply response assessments. We talk about the whole history of intelligence testing as opposed to knowledge testing. We talk about standards-based assessments. We talk about norm-referenced versus criterion-referenced, and we talk about diagnostic, formative and summative assessments. So there, if you like, some of the main concepts in the field, but also towards the end of our section in the course, we talk about this whole emerging world of big data and the possibility of a new generation of assessments which quite fundamentally change the way in which assessment happens. The second part of the course, if you like, leads on directly from the end of Mary and my section. Here we have one of the experts here in the College of Education, Luc Paquette, who's talking about educational data mining. So he's someone who's immersed in this field, is very versed with the technical aspects of how it's done, and hopefully the video introduction that he gives will at least give you an overall sense of the dimension of this new approach to assessment in education. And finally, a very big change of gear, but we think these things fit together in a quite important way. We have Jennifer Green, one of the world's leading experts in evaluation theory and practice here, a professor here in the College of Education. And what she's going to do is she's going to talk in general terms about the theory of evaluation. Now, how does evaluation and assessment fit together? Why have we put them together? Well, in fact, a lot of the time, we use assessment data to give us a sense of learning outcomes for not just an individual, but a group. And that's often an important part of the evaluation process, a more holistic process where we look at programs. Do they work? What kind of outcomes do they bring for learners? How does the program sit in the context of an educational institution? So obviously, there's a kind of assessment and evaluation nexus around this idea that we're critically thinking about the outcomes that we're creating in the institutions of learning in which we live.